Hey, what's up guys? Dan the man, back for another video. A lot of stuff going on, man. Got a few things to talk about. Usually keep it fairly non-political. This one might get a little bit more political. Today's recommended reading, George Orwell, Animal Farm. You haven't read it? You probably should. Pretty good book. Topic today, I brought some guns out. Topic today, talk about some gun control. Gun grabs, some gun-free zone talk. And as always, you know, if you watch the video, you like the video, please give me the thumbs up, okay? And if you got the time to like it, that's great. If you got the time to comment, that's cool. If you don't like it, let me know. I don't claim to be some kind of genius, so a lot of this is going to be my opinion. But what I've been doing is I've been researching a lot. I've been watching a lot of videos. I try not to watch just one side. I like to watch both sides of the issue. But what I can say right now is that I've come to the conclusion that all this gun control is bullshit. From day one, it's never been about what probably 90% of these people who support gun control think it's about. Now, what I was watching, and I'll give a shout out to, if you haven't watched these guys, Iraqi Veteran, I believe his name on YouTube is Iraqi Veteran 8888, something like that. But if you type in Iraqi Veteran, they do some gun gripes. They know their stuff. Really worth watching a lot of what they say and what they do, because they do their research. So Iraqi Veterans one I would definitely take a look at. The latest gun gripe I watched of theirs is about the New York City, the letters that are going out to have people turn in their weapons, which is weapon confiscation, and that's going on now. He had the letter and showed it with, you know, from the state of New York. It's a real deal, and this is happening now. It's a week before Christmas, 2013, so this is happening right now. Now, what that letter states is that because some of those weapons, they have more than a 5-round capacity, a 5-round magazine, the laws they've instated there make those guns illegal. Now, I was thinking about that, and I started looking through my safe and you know, thinking about, if I were in New York right now, what would I have left? And the answer is, man, not much. Maybe you either. But they say they're after this one. You know, this is the one that they love to name this guy. Oh, nobody needs an AR-15, whatever. I need one. A Colt AR-15, one of the finest firearms, in my opinion, the finest rifles, semi-automatic rifle. They call it an assault weapon. I've never assaulted anyone with it. I don't think I ever will, unless someone tries to assault me. But they say they're after this one. That's a 30-round magazine there. That's the one they say is the big offender. But you know what, man? They probably wouldn't mind getting a hold of this either. It's a 30-round mag. Again, they call that an assault weapon. I've never assaulted anything but some paper targets, maybe a few melons, some cans, and you know, the occasional television set that stops working. So, you know, that's what they say they're after. But I was thinking about it, and yeah, those hold, you know, 30 rounds, but they're talking 5 rounds. Now my Glock 21, well, that holds 11 rounds. Is that illegal too? 5 rounds? That's more than 5. So do I lose that also? You know, maybe. According to their law, I think I would. So that's gone. And there's my wintertime carry. It's a Glock 26, 9mm. That also holds more than 5 rounds. So that's got to go. That must be an assault pistol. Even my daily carry gun, you know, my 380. That's a little, you know, Smith & Wesson bodyguard. And sure enough, you know, that holds 6 + 1, so that holds more than 5. So that's got to go too. So everything on my table here has got to go, according to their law. Now, what that means is, you know, it's the beginning of the wedge. And if you, we'll talk a little bit about some videos you should watch in a minute. But, you know, if you think about a wedge, you know, there's that thin end that they got to get in there. Once they get that thin end in and start hammering the back of it, well, that wedge is gonna just spread everything wide open. And this is the wedge. They have to try and find a certain way to get in, and they're trying the assault weapon way or the high capacity magazine way. You know, it wouldn't matter if they tried to just say that black guns were bad or white guns were bad, as long as they can get one. They've got their, we call it, where I work, the toe in the door, because it's the toe, then it's up to the ankle, then up to the knee. Before you know it, the guy's standing in your house. Which, you know, if you're dealing with me, you probably want to knock first, man. You'll be coming in without permission. That I call a home invasion. We'll talk more about that. So, you know, the point is that these stupid laws are just meant to get the wedge in. I hope you all know that. And my liberal family members, and that, oh no, who needs an assault rifle? Who would have a need for it? Well, the person who has a need for it is someone who is facing someone else who has one, whoever that may be, whether that be some criminal that can get these on the street any day of the week, and maybe they go ahead and make them automatic. You know, they don't care about your stupid laws. So it's not about the assault weapon. What they want to do, here, they want this. They want to get to this next. It's a Winchester 22 caliber, and I got 10-round magazine for that. 10 rounds up, too many rounds. Once you lose that, what do you got left? So, you know, and yeah, I know most their law applies to magazine-fed weapons, but eventually this will be gone too. So then what do you have left? Once they get those, you got nothing, and I mean nothing. So as far as these laws they instate, you know, you have to realize that there's a larger agenda, and if you read and you really just look into it just a little bit, just look at what, you know, what Biden has said, you know, that it's just, this is just the first step. He says it, man, just the first step. You know, they know they can't take it all at once. There's too many of us. And then what Feinstein says, you know, is that if she could have, she'd get them all. Go watch it come out of her mouth. So what part of that do people not understand? This is about an all-out ban on weapons. That's the bottom line, guys. Anyone who says it isn't is a retard. And excuse, I know that's not politically correct, but there are retarded people that aren't able to actually learn or think. And that's what I'm referring to. So don't be offended by that. And if you are, that's fine. You can be offended. So, you know, I wanted to talk a little bit about that and how important it is to realize the big picture, you know. And the big picture is that throughout history, governments have gone in and seized weapons. Governments have, you know, Adolf Hitler was pro-gun until he became chancellor. Then he was anti-gun. Why is that? Well, you don't have to fight people that don't have weapons. The bottom line is, you know, our rights, you know, assure that we won't be overrun by a tyrannical government. Oh, that couldn't happen. Yeah, when did it happen? Just 200 years ago, man. That's a hiccup in history's eye. So it did happen. It does happen. Take a look if you have the time and punch in on YouTube Australian gun control and watch the video. If you know, I know they're kind of long, but if you want to learn what's going on, watch them. Watch what happened and how this was going to drop crime, and how, you know, and how all these farmers had to turn in all their guns because of a shooting spree. They used the emotion of 35 people killed in Australia by a nut. Same thing we're having, and the government used that as leverage. Same thing we're having, to go in and use the hysteria and the emotions of the people who don't understand guns to seize them. And eventually they were all seized, almost 700,000 guns from a much smaller population than we have. Seized, destroyed, melted down. And then look at their crime statistics. What happened with violent crime? I mean, it just, you can see the graph, and there's no denying it. Look at the stats in Texas when they instated their open carry and concealed weapons program and allowed concealed carry. Their crime went down, and it's close to 30% in the first year. It's indisputable. It's not right, left. It's, you know, if you're a guy that wants to come and rob a house, you're not going to come to the house where you know the guy's got a gun pointed at you. You're going to go to the house that doesn't. New York published and was sued for putting on the internet a map of gun owners' homes. Well, a huge increase in home invasions and burglaries in all the homes that didn't have guns. They caught several criminals, and one of them admitted that the reason he hit those houses is he knew there were no firearms in them, or at least they weren't listed on the website. So don't tell me that you're gonna break into my house, or you're gonna be more apt to rape a young lady that might be carrying a weapon. Okay, up in Reno, young lady, you know, she was raped by a guy on UNR, the campus of UNR, raped because she was a concealed carrier, but the school is a gun-free zone, so she wasn't allowed to carry her gun. Okay, so she didn't have her gun with her. She was raped. Well, a short time later, another girl was raped and murdered by the same guy. This is fact. Now, you can say, oh, well, most people that carry them, someone will take it away, or there's more chance of someone in the household getting shot. Well, you know, those people are not trained. Those people are not educated, because I guarantee you this. I know these weapons inside and out, and anyone who owns one should. I'm all for classes. I'm all for being able to show that you're proficient, or at least know that you can operate a weapon. But the truth is, you know, you're never going to know when you need one, and if you don't have one, there comes a time when the guy that has this, he doesn't mean to come in and be your friend. And if he has this, the only thing that's going to help you is if you have one of these. And hopefully you're a better shot than he is. So when they talk about gun control, I just wanted to say that everybody should realize, and either side, you know, right, left-leaning, just come out and say the truth. It's about government being able to control their people. And, oh, no, it's not about, okay, whatever you say. You want to control my guns. You got you got the IRS spying on people. You know, you got the NSA spying and keeping all my phone records. Okay? You want to grab all my guns. You want to control my health care. I mean, come on. You've got to be an idiot to not see that this is everything that's being done, especially with this administration, is blatant control. And now some guy made some comments about gay people, which I don't say I agree with, but oh, what, you know, it's so horrible that the thought police have to come in and get him off the air. You know, that's terrible that someone has a view you disagree with, isn't it? So before you buy into all this crap about they just want the assault rifles out of people's hands, give it some thought and do some research, because that's a bunch of crap. They don't just want the assault rifles. That's the wedge in the door. And you know what? You're not getting no wedge in my door. Next thing you know, you're going to want my slingshot, and I'll tell you what, you're not getting my slingshot. Anyway, it's Dan the Man. A little bit of a rant today. Think about what's going on. Go online and research what's happened in history, the history of gun control. But whatever you do, be safe, be ready. Aloha. And don't even think about coming for my slingshot.